welcome to my channel. My name is Cassie and this is Catching Up with Cass. So I recently got my wisdom teeth out and it actually took over the course of about a month, which I will explain in a little bit, but I've gone back and forth of whether or not I should even record this video for YouTube or whether or not I should just like post all my tiny little clips to Instagram. But I did a poll on Instagram and most people said that they wanted to see an actual YouTube video of my experience because I do have quite a few little clips of my experience, and my experience I think is definitely unique, to say the least. If you are someone who just got your wisdom teeth out or you're just curious about my wisdom teeth experience, make sure you guys keep on watching. Okay, so my sister took me to get my wisdom teeth done, and the doctor and the office didn't really want any filming going on when I was getting my wisdom teeth out. So I pretty much just put the camera away and then it jumps right into when I got my wisdom teeth out. I don't really know what I was doing in the first couple of videos, and you'll see in a minute I was pretty emotional. So let's roll those now.
Today is the day. Thanks for taking me.
Welcome.
2 hours later.
So when I got home from getting my wisdom teeth out, I was still super emotional. I was like still in the living room crying, and my boyfriend and my sister were like, I don't know why she's crying. I think it was the drugs. It just like overwhelmed me. I was overwhelmed from my experience. In the clip you're about to see, I tried to explain myself, but I would say I was pretty drugged up.
They poked me 4 different times, and all of my spots only took out these 2 sides, and I wasn't asleep.
And therefore I decided to take a nap and wake up when I was more coherent to actually explain what happened to me. So in that clip you guys will see me explain myself a little bit better.
So I'm in my room. Sorry, bad lighting, but I only ended up getting out these 2 teeth, I guess, and when I went in there they poked me 4 different times because they couldn't find a vein that would work for my IV. So that took like 30 minutes, and then they put stuff in to make me go to sleep or loopy. At least I thought I was supposed to be asleep, but I never ended up falling asleep at all. And I remember the whole thing, there was like shaking in the middle of it because I could hear it all and like a lot of pressure in my mouth. And then I feel like just overwhelmed. I started crying a lot, like even during and then after the fact, because they told me they didn't even take out my left side. So I'm gonna have to go back and get that done again. I'm gonna have to take time off work, and I don't want to do that. I just wanted to get it over with, but that's not the case. I wish they would have just kept it ongoing and taking out the other teeth, but I guess it just took too long for them to finish. So I have an appointment next week on Monday, and then we'll go from there, I guess. But that was not as easy as I thought it was going to be, and I'm not like too swollen right now, but I feel like I'm gonna be. And I can't feel my whole face right now, so I'll update you guys in a little while.
I also want to explain now, looking back on everything. So the first time it did take them about like 30 minutes to put my IV in. I was at a bachelorette party the weekend before, so maybe I was a wee bit dehydrated. But it took a long time for them to actually find a vein that works, and then this one was the one that ended up working. They poked me here, 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 and finally here, and finally got it to work. So that IV process, I would say, took about 30 minutes to even get me started before they took wisdom teeth out. And then I think I fell asleep in the beginning, but like for the majority of the time, I remember what was going on, and I was really overwhelmed. So like I started crying during the procedure, and I remember like shaking a little bit. The nurse lady basically put like the x-ray thing that goes over you on top of me, and then but I remember all of this. It was like super uncomfortable. I wasn't in pain because I was really numbed on this side, but I could feel a lot of pressure and kind of remember a lot of it. So then my sister comes back to pick me up, and I'm like crying. So my sister's like, what the heck happened in here? So the doctor basically explains to her that she could only do half my teeth because the IV process took too long, and this tooth was actually, the bottom tooth on this side was really hard to get out. And so my sister didn't really ask too many other questions. She just wanted to get me home, and she didn't really want to videotape me on the way home because I was crying. But then the nurse also said, oh, I thought you were cold during the procedure, so I put the x-ray thing on top of you. What? I mean, whatever. That was just like a super weird experience. Normally doctors don't like only take half of them out. Like, I wish they would have called someone on my call list to like ask them if they could give me more medication to like make me loopy again so they could just move on to the next side. And realistically, looking back on it and based on a few of the comments the doctor made, I think that they just had other patients after me, so they didn't want to move into that time, so they just were going to schedule this side later, which I'm not super happy about, but it is what it is, I guess. And now you guys will see the day that I woke up right after.
It's the morning the next day, and I'm a little swollen on this side, but my boyfriend made me breakfast, so. Thanks, hon.
You're welcome.
When I woke up, I was clearly pretty swollen. Like, this was pretty hard on this side, and I noticed I could barely open my mouth. I thought this was just because I was sore from like day 2, and this was really normal. Like you guys saw in that last clip, I could barely open my mouth to put eggs in there. I was more sore right when I woke up, and then once I started talking a little bit, my mouth loosened up a little bit, but actually towards the end of the night, it was like almost like my mouth was tired. I got more throbbing pain towards the end of the night after I've kind of eaten and like used those muscles a lot during the day. And this actually lasted for like up until I got my other side done. My pain, I think on the first side subsided probably like after 4 days. I didn't really have to take ibuprofen anymore. I consider myself to kind of have a high pain tolerance though, so that might be different for some people. I did have issues the whole time with my mouth not opening. So following that, I went to my checkup appointment on Monday. And then after this, I do update you guys pretty decently. I tell you what happened at my appointment, and then I move on to showing you guys little tips and suggestions that the doctor gave me and I found on my own to get my mouth to open before my surgery on Friday. So that's pretty much what you guys will see for the remainder of the video. I will see you guys when I close out the video.
Just got done with my week checkup. Ooh, lighting. He said that everything looks good, but now I have to go do my left side on Friday at 1. So I know I've been lagging on keeping the video going, but I've had some swelling for a few days, been pretty sore, but he just told me that was because of the shots. So I need to put more heat on my face. I will do a few more check-ins, and then I will see you guys on Friday.
Hey guys, what's up? It is Thursday the 13th. It is actually the day before I get my left side of my wisdom teeth done, but today I actually went to the dentist for just my regular cleaning of my teeth, but my dentist wanted to check out my x-rays and stuff like that, and he actually said that it looks like nothing even happened on that side of my face, so it's healing really well, which is good to hear. And I've never had a cavity, didn't have a cavity this time, so that's good to know. But I do have my wisdom teeth tomorrow. I'm a little nervous considering my experience previously, that I didn't really, or I wasn't really asleep the whole time, and it took a long time to get my IV in, so I've been trying to drink pineapple juice and water today to stay hydrated, so hopefully my veins are easier to find. But I've also been doing something to help my mouth open a bit more. So I think in the previous clip I told you guys that the doctor told me that the reason my mouth wasn't opening fully is because he gave me shots, the numbing shots in this side of my face. That sometimes can cause tissue damage back here. So right now I can only fit about a little over 2 fingers in my mouth. And then before surgery, I could fit almost 3, if not all 3 of my fingers in my mouth straight together like this. So, that being said, I looked on YouTube for a few different mouth stretches, and then of course the heating pad, which he told me I needed to be doing before tomorrow. So hopefully I can open my mouth wide enough to have the surgery. So I'm just going to roll that clip now to show you guys how I have been working on opening my mouth. So my mom gave me this heating pad. It's just this big like brown blob, and then you connect it to the wall, obviously for power, and then there's this little click thing. I click this button and put it on high so I can have the most heat possible. I lay it on my pillow like this, and basically I will just lay down for about a half hour and watch a TV show or sit on my phone. I try to do this at least 3 to 4 times a day since he told me I needed to put more heat on my face, and it actually has helped a lot. So when I first did this, I would say 4 days ago, I could barely maybe fit 2 fingers in my mouth, and now I can fit a little bit over 2. So I would say that definitely works. If you are someone recovering from your wisdom teeth and you have a hard time opening your mouth, I would say heat's kind of the key.
Major key alert!
So basically what I watched on a few videos on YouTube is that you want to stretch these muscles and massage these muscles as much as possible. So what they told me was you want to massage your jaw in circular motions like this, but then you also want to move your lower jaw side to side in circles in both directions, and you're going to want to stretch your neck, and then just open your mouth for a few moments at a time as much as possible just to stretch that out. So it might be uncomfortable when you stretch it out at first, but the key is just repetition. So that's what I've been doing.
Well, this is awkward.
Say hi. Alright, it's officially the day I'm getting the rest of my wisdom teeth out. I'm a little nervous considering the last experience, but fingers crossed I will check back in when I am awake and can talk on camera.
1 hour later.
Hi, what? Gorgeous. I'm hungry.
Deal.
Second side is done. Not swollen yet, obviously, but we'll get there. It wasn't too bad this time. I feel like it went pretty fast, but I also still feel like I wasn't asleep the whole time I remember. So that's interesting, but seemed easier than last time, which was nice.
So as you guys can see, I did not update you guys at all after the left side.
You really suck!
Which is part of the reason I didn't think I was going to upload this video, but here we are. So the left side was a much better experience than my right. Even though I told you guys I could kind of remember on the way home, now looking back at it, I can't remember the way home at all. Like, it's really fuzzy for me to remember all of it. So I must have been like knocked out halfway, I think. I don't really know. The second side was way faster, only took about an hour. Other than that, like, I had soreness for a few days, same ibuprofen, kind of took ibuprofen for 4 days. I didn't have any problems opening my mouth with this side, so it must have only hit a nerve on this side of my mouth. But yeah, I was a little swollen just like the time before, but the recovery on the left side of my face was much easier. So I feel like this right side, whatever happened that day was just a really weird day. Like the IV combined with the time, combined with how hard it was to take this out, and then also with the numbing shots kind of damaging tissue or something back here, made my mouth not be able to open very much. But nonetheless, here we are a month later and everything is completely fine. All of my stitches have dissolved, and if I feel back here, it feels like nothing happened. I also had a dentist appointment, which I mentioned, and he said everything looks great. Oh, I forgot to mention, I was kind of like upset after my first one, like thinking that was like a weird situation, like that shouldn't have happened. And so actually my dentist was like, that shouldn't happen. And he's the one that referred me to this doctor to get my wisdom teeth out. So he actually called him and like kind of said like, why was it like this? And the doctors claimed that they didn't think I was awake, or like they thought that I was still super loopy and wasn't going to remember. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting point to mention. But I also forgot to tell you guys that in the middle of the procedure, I remember raising my hand up and then being like, oh, sweetie, like, put your hand back down. So they definitely knew I was awake and could listen to instructions. Nonetheless, my experience was a weird one. So don't get freaked out by my experience when you go get your wisdom teeth out, because most people are knocked out completely and they don't remember anything, and they have both teeth out at the same time, have a few days of recovery time, and they're chilling. But I had quite the dramatic experience and did not enjoy myself at all. Well, most people don't enjoy getting their wisdom teeth out, but you know what I mean. Alright, it is time to close out this video. Make sure you guys comment down below if you have any more questions about my wisdom teeth experience, or you want to share with me your wisdom teeth experience. Also, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to turn on those post notifications so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!